Subscribe now. EU Debates.
It's now been almost 7 months since Putin started his illegal, barbaric war against Ukraine. We've seen some incredible acts of bravery from the Ukrainians and some despicable acts of barbarism from the Russians, but we've also seen strong solidarity from Europeans. Putin's war has stoked an energy crisis in Europe that continues to have huge repercussions. In response, we've moved swiftly to secure alternative supplies, accelerate the rollout of renewables, and start reducing gas demand to ensure European citizens are safe for winter. But we're still confronted with a profound mismatch between supply and demand on the energy market. What was once a free and functioning market has been sabotaged. We need to understand that the pre-war situation with abundant, cheap fossil fuels is not coming back. Putin's weaponization of energy is confronting us with increasingly unbearable energy bills that households and especially small and medium-sized enterprises are tackling with. Leaving this to the market would mean pricing out the poorest consumers, pushing businesses to the brink of collapse, and letting families go cold. Not everyone needs help with their bills, but those who need it, and those are millions and millions of Europeans, need it very urgently. The situation is unprecedented, and so our proposals to tackle it should also be unprecedented. Our package today, therefore, does several things. First, it brings a European reduction in electricity consumption of 10%. During peak hours, electricity consumption must go down at least 5%, so we avoid using the most expensive gas-fired power plants and bring down the price of energy. This will be mandatory, so that the targets are met by everyone. Let me underline here as well that reducing our gas and electricity consumption as such is fundamental to the success of any measure to tackle this energy crisis. Demand reduction helps rebalance the energy market, lower energy bills, reduces emissions and makes us immune to Russia's gas games. Without demand reduction, it's not going to work. Second, our package proposes a European mechanism for collecting and redistributing the exceptional surplus profits and revenues that the war in Ukraine has brought several energy companies. This can generate up to 117 billion for member states to support European households and businesses who face unsurmountable energy bills. Today, gas-fired power plants have extremely high operating costs, and these plants set the market price. This means that power generators with lower operating costs have been able to reap extraordinary profits, way beyond what may have been reasonably expected based on investment decisions. So we propose to cap the revenues of these so-called inframarginal producers at €180 per megawatt hour. This level still grants them a profit margin and preserves their incentive to invest. But fossil fuel companies outside the power sector have also benefited enormously from the current market situation. We've seen this summer share buybacks, exceptional dividends, etc., etc. So, as our third measure, we ask them for a solidarity contribution to help support electricity consumers. To distribute these funds to families and businesses, we offer Member States several suggestions, from direct transfers to end users and premiums for cutting energy use, to setting a lower price for limited volumes, which is a good way to offer specific support to lower and middle income households. At this stage, prices remain high, and there is no quick fix. I really have to emphasise that. The next winters, not just this one, the next winters will be difficult. Make no mistake about that. But I am confident that these measures will bring progress, just like our previous ones did. Our dependence on Russian gas is down from 40% to 9%. Storage in every member state is quickly nearing the required 80%, and the EU average is now, as the President said this morning, close to 84%. We're all saving more and more energy, and the pace of renewables being rolled out is steadily rising. In the end, our green energy transition is the only way to rid ourselves of Putin's energy yoke, and it will create energy sovereignty in Europe. The era of cheap Fossil fuels is over, and the faster we move to cheap, clean and homegrown renewables, the sooner we will be immune to Russia's energy blackmail and anybody else who might think they could blackmail us with energy. Putin seeks to divide us, but we have to show to him that we're much stronger than that. Looking back to where we started, it's clear that when Europe is united, when we lock arms and stand together, there's nothing we can't do. Kadri, over to you.